Hello and welcome, I'm DDF Racer and today I'm going to be driving the BMW M8 GTE car in a 1-hour multi-class race against the AI at Sepang, Malaysia. Now, it wouldn't be the same to race at this place if there wasn't the imminent threat of a torrential downpour, so I've changed the weather settings to storm and have a 50% chance of rain for each section of the race, so might rain, it might not rain. I've got absolutely no idea how this is going to go, so it should make for a pretty interesting one on the strategy. You know, do you come in for wet tyres? Do you stay out on dry tyres? No idea. Let's see. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoy the race and the video. If you do, don't forget to like and comment, and as always, if you want to see more, please subscribe.
The air temp is 36 Celsius, V2. Right side. Go, go, go.
Okay, here we go.
You're right, car right.
An hour at Malaysia.
Still with you.
Go nice and easy into turn one here, roll off the throttle.
To go on your right. You are clear on the right. Go on your right side. You're on the left, 3
Try and
wide.
get around the outside. There's a bit of tyre smoke ahead of us there.
3 wide, we're on the left. Take it easy.
3 wide on the left.
Right.
Hold the apex nice and tight, there's more tyre smoke.
Right side's clear.
Give them space on the inside. I think we lost the position off the start there, down from P2 to P3. But it's a long race. Plenty of time to make that back up again, guys. And although the skies are nice and blue for the moment, I don't imagine they'll be staying that way for long. Well, you never know, we could get really unlucky with the 50-50. It might not rain at all throughout the race. Which is going to be a bit of a gamble, because I've only fueled up 50 litres and you need about 80 to get to the end. Oh, way too deep into that corner there.
Right.
Just throwing positions away.
Clear right.
Oh, that wasn't part of the plan. Silly mistake from me, not concentrating on the first lap. Not getting the tyres and brakes up the temperature either.
Guy on your left.
Someone goes for a dive bomb around the inside at the hairpin.
Keep your line.
Should out-drag them though.
Still there. Left side's clear.
Nice, sticking with us. Ah, wide again. Gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't had much practice in the dry around this circuit.
Yellow flag in sector 3. It looks like Nino has binned it in turn 11. Green flag sector 3.
Most of the practice in the warm-up here was in the rain. So these dry conditions and this extra grip is something that I'm not very familiar with. So good to be back driving the BMW M8 GTE car though.
The gap in front is now 1.0. Nice and smooth with that throttle. Keep it balanced. P5. The gap behind is now 1.0.
Okay, time to rebuild I think. Not the best of starts. You can see the leader's getting way ahead of us up there. Easy does it. Blend the throttle out ever so gently here. Wide. So much understeer through that right hander. Although we actually hit the apex that time round, which is good. And take a liberal amount of curb on the inside. See that yellow Corvette? Right behind me in the mirrors. If it wasn't bad enough being able to see it, being able to hear it. Sorry, let me get my words straight. It wasn't bad enough being able to see it, I can hear it as well. The grunt of that Corvette is just incredible. Yellow flag. Now this corner especially.
Like P3's gone off in turn 14.
So tricky. Braking, downshifting, turning, all at the same time. Very easy to unsettle the car at the risk of sounding like Martin Brundle. We had an LMP3 by the side of the track there.
Sector 3 is clear.
So although we did gain a position overall, it doesn't really do much to help us in class. Oh, too wide. Yeah, we're not actually fighting that LMP3 car, he's in a completely different race.
The gap in front is now 1.1. You've just done a 203.68. The gap behind is now 1.1 seconds.
Have to go easy on the brakes in this car. Obviously I'm used to driving the GTEs, which GT3 cars, which have ABS. No such luxuries in this car. If you lock the tyres, or if you lock the brakes, you're going to flat spot the tyres. And that will stick with you for the rest of the race until you change them, obviously. So having to just be a little bit more conscious of that going into the braking zones. Can't just stamp on the brakes like I'm doing in the GT3s. And obviously we have fuel mixture back in this car as well. All the perks of endurance racing, all the mechanical sympathy and strategy that goes along with it. Easy does it. Skies are still looking pretty clear, but you know, here in Malaysia you can get a storm come out of nowhere, and not just a little storm as well, a big storm, torrential rain.
Yellow flag sector 3.
But the track does dry
We think that
very quickly.
Schmidt has gone off in turn 13. Sector 3 is clear.
Missed the apex completely there. It's not too bad, we can bring it right around for the exit. It's a little bit of a better lap, guys.
Alright Dan, keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. The gap in front is now 1.7 seconds. That lap time was 203.00. That's your quickest lap in this session, P5. The gap behind is now 1.7 seconds.
Need to catch up to these guys ahead. It's 4th and 3rd ahead of us.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
We've definitely got the pace. And like I said on the first
Green
lap,
flag Sector 1.
it's a long race. There'll be plenty of chances to make up time here, guys. Slow and steady wins it. And I can assure you I'm definitely slow. Not always steady though. It always amazes me how fast people can go in rFactor 2 and just sim racing in general. Like I'll spend hours and hours and hours trying to put together a fast time, and there's people who are like 4 or 5 seconds a lap faster. You just wonder, how is that possible? Just all the regular aliens, of course. And I've always wondered, for those people who are ridiculously fast, is it still fun? You know, because at this kind of level, you know, when it's nice and competitive, it's great fun. You've got great battles, close battles, but when you're right out there at the top by yourself and everything's so competitive, as we missed that apex again completely, going for the late turn-in, naturally, that's my excuse. But yeah, when it's at the top, is it still, still as enjoyable?
The gap ahead is now 2.0 seconds. That was a 202.19. That's your quickest lap. The gap behind is now 2.3 seconds.
Oh, P3's gone wide. Do we try second gear through the first corner? Knock it down to first now for the second corner. Long sweeping apexes. Looks like P3 went wide into the first corner there. And is now ahead of us. They've dropped a spot. We still don't seem to be any closer despite doing a 202. Oh, I can see a few clouds start to form in the distance there. Just on the horizon. Easy does it. Patience on the throttle, don't want to go wide and do a Vitaly Petrov. I'm rather attached to my G29 if I'm being honest with you guys. Try second through here instead, just get the car to swing towards the apex. A little bit of a confidence lift here and back on the power. Now to the trickiest corner on the track. Just bleed off the speed ever so gradually and just kiss the apex. Get a good run onto the back straight. I'm going to try and not outbrake myself at the hairpin this lap. I haven't quite got my reference sorted yet. Much better. Curbs are pretty vicious on the outside there.
The gap ahead is now 1.1 seconds. We think P3's gone off in turn 1. The gap behind is now 3.2 seconds. That lap was a 2:02.14. That's your fastest lap.
Okay, so we're definitely picking up a bit of speed here. Ooh, big wiggle on the rear. But much faster, feels much better. It's one of the leading cars, again not in our class, parked on by the side of the road.
Sector 1 is clear.
Yep, you can see those clouds in the distance. They're getting closer. Every lap they're getting a bit closer. Drop it down to third to get the car to turn. Curbs are vicious. Yeah, those clouds are coming in at a rate of knots. I won't be surprised if we get some rain in this race very soon.
Sector 3 is yellow.
Okay, now that's a freebie.
We think P3 has binned it in turn 11. Green flag sector 3.
Whoa, a bit too wide. That's definitely a freebie we can take, guys. Up a position. Still just catching up slowly to the car ahead of us. Feels like the car is stuck in between first and second gears on the slower hairpins around here.
The gap in front is now 1.2 seconds. That lap was a 2:02.37. Well done, Dan. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. P4. The gap behind is now 3.1.
The revs in second gear are just a bit too low. And the revs in first are just a bit too high. And unfortunately, one of the things you can't adjust on these cars that I'm aware of is the gear ratio. It is fixed. Seems to have dropped the car behind us though, which is good. So the pressure's off from behind. Oh, trying as hard as I can, guys. Oh, a bit too wide again. Didn't lose too much time though. Sky is definitely getting a bit darker. Not sure what direction this is. Is this east? Is this west? Someone who's a bit more familiar with the track would be able to let me know. whichever direction it is, that's where the rain's going to start coming from. So I reckon at this part of the track is where it's going to start to get wettest first. This and the first corner. Yeah, it's definitely going to start raining soon.
The gap in front is now 1.6. That lap was at 2:02.14. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. The gap behind is now 2.3 seconds.
Just ease it into the first corner ever so gently. Bit of a wiggle on the rear again there. Lap times are being very consistent at the moment, which is good. Maybe before when I said I was slow but not steady, maybe I am steady as well. Just didn't realise. Oh, I absolutely forgot how much of a pleasure this car was to drive though.
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. We think P6 has gone off in turn 4. Green flag, Sector 2.
I can see someone in the mirrors. They're catching up pretty quick. That's one of the GTE cars, and they got rapid pace. Might be one of the guys that spun off ahead of us before, though. A bit too early on the turn in there. That's going to cost us all the way down the straight. Not worth turning the engine mixture up now, though. We're in normal race mode at the moment. If we go any higher, we'll be going into quali mode, and we'll just drink the fuel. Missed the apex again completely. Yeah, we want to try and save as much fuel as possible, just in case the rain doesn't come.
The gap in front is now 2.4. That was 2:02.57. The gap behind is now 1.0 seconds. Lap times are pretty consistent.
I did take a bit of a gamble by not fueling the car all the way up. Pretty much gambling on rain throughout the course of the race, because when we come in for tyres, might as well take some fuel as well. Give ourselves a weight advantage at the start of the race. If it doesn't rain, then we're just going to have to make a pit stop for fuel. Just a splash and dash. See some nice tyre marks on the entry to that corner there. Someone's gone off. Ooh. Bit wiggly. Just gotta wait for this car to bite and then throw it in. Oh, it's going for the inside and the mirrors. Just saw him go for the dive there. Give him the apex. Give him the space and hold the tight line here.
Clear on the left.
Yeah, this guy behind us has definitely got some pace. He's caught us up in no time. Definitely a combination of him having pace and us not having pace.
Okay, Dan, it's starting to drizzle.
And here it is, guys. It's only light rain at the moment. Exactly where I predicted as well.
Car on your left, clear on the left.
Ooh, he's going for the overlap. It's not going to work, mate.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. The gap in front is now 1.2 seconds. Your last lap time was at 2:03.50. Sector 3 is 1.2 seconds off the pace. The gap behind is now 0.41.
Nice and easy on the brakes. It's going to be a bit slippy. See how it goes for the rest of the lap. I think it might be time to come in and get wet.
P4.
Don't want to leave it too late. And then everyone else just gets the advantage on the tyre change. I don't want to pit too early and we burn out the wet tyres on a dry track. When do you call it? Well, this definitely feels slippy though. Put the wipers on. Should we pit? Should we pit? Maybe one more lap. Oh, actually, maybe not. We're getting a bit of a chain behind us. Yep, pit stop.
Okay, pit stop requested.
Yeah, definitely pit stop. If we stay out another lap in this, it's going to be so treacherous, and these dry tyres, these slick tyres, aren't going to last.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
Oh yeah, it's so slippy around here now.
Okay, Dan, it's really raining now. Seems to be increasing.
You can hear the rain. Okay, have a look down to the screen on the right. Change over to wet tyres. Nice, easy on the brakes, don't want to run wide. Oh, I'm going to run wide. Overcooked it.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Watch the track limits.
Keep in mind it's 100k through the pits. There we go.
In 350 metres.
Put some fuel in. Session update.
Box in 4. The gap ahead is now 7.1 seconds. 2, 1. Box now.
Easy does it. 18 seconds on fuel. This is going to put us down the order, but we will get the advantage. Hopefully there's enough fuel in the car now, and I've called that right.
Go, go, go. Exit's clear. Push.
No, it's slippy, alright.
Cold tyres all round.
It's amazing how quickly the rain just fell. That's pretty obvious, and this is Malaysia.
Like Sector 2. You're locking your left front into turn 2.
But it was dry and then it wasn't, just like that.
Green flag, Sector 2.
Have to completely re-evaluate the track now. All the braking points will have changed. All the corner speeds will have changed. It's going to take a bit to get used to. Might be a bit slow to get up to speed.
The rain's absolutely terrible here, be careful.
Unless someone who didn't come in for wet tyres facing the wrong way. And try and keep the revs nice and low. Oh, it's really getting dark now. You saw the sky just go grey. Must be underneath the storm cloud.
Sector 3 is yellow.
Won't be surprised if we see a bit of lightning here as well.
Green flag, Sector 3.
Might have to turn the wipers up a bit even more. Yep. There we go. Maximum wipe. Of course, here's all the people who didn't stop. Struggling around on their dry tyres. Oh, we made the right call, guys. We made the right call. Well, like I said at the start of the video, this is 50-50. Every section of the race has got a 50-50 chance of being wet or not.
Sector 1 is yellow.
So it could stop. Could very well stop and the track could start to dry out. Oh, way too late on the brakes there. I'll have to remember that for the next lap.
Air and track temps decreasing. Air temperature's now 34. The track temp is now 34 Celsius. Okay, Dan, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. The gap in front is now 0.09. The car in front is pitting. P11.
P11.
P3 is now on slicks.
I don't think slicks is the right move to make, guys. Anyone who's putting slicks on in this weather is absolutely crazy. The rear of the car is getting loose. I turned the traction control up a few notches. One of the beautiful things about this car is just the adjustability. Easy does it.
P11 is now on slicks.
Who's putting slicks on this track? Surely not. Must be something wrong with the spotter there. No one puts slicks on in this weather. Ah, too wide, too wide. Absolutely treacherous out here, guys.
The leader is pitting now. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 3 is clear.
Oh, we got a spinner up ahead of us. We got someone in the mirrors catching up rapidly. Can't be that slow, can I? It certainly feels slow, but everyone's dealing with the same conditions.
The leader is now on slicks.
No, that can't be right. Session update.
34 minutes to go. P11. The gap ahead is now 3.7 seconds. P2 is now on slicks.
Oh, way too late.
There's a faster car approaching. P3 is now on slicks. You're locking your left front going into turn 15. There's a car leaving the pit lane. The car ahead's pitting now. The gap in front is now 0.26. That lap time was 2:20.69. Sector 2 is 7.9 seconds off the pace. P4 is now on slicks.
Well, the lap times have definitely dropped, that's for sure. 17 seconds off what I was doing before. The rain is absolutely torrential. We've got one of the LMP2s behind us. We're going to keep it nice and tight on the inside. Lift off the throttle, give them the room.
Car left, clear on.
Come on, mate. Take it.
Left side. Left side's clear.
It's following through in the spray.
Air and track temps are decreasing. Air temp is now 32. The track temperature is now 32.
Nice wide line. Don't want to get in the lead fight for these LMP2 cars.
Blue flag.
Clear left.
Elliott is now on slicks. P5 is now on slicks. We think P6 has binned it in turn 5. Schmidt is now on slicks.
Yeah, I'm not surprised if those guys are binning it if they're on slicks.
There's a faster class car approaching.
So it looks like the two LMP2 cars. Class leaders there.
Blue flag.
Go on, take the inside. Take the inside.
Left side. Keep your line. Left side's clear.
Oh yeah, this rain is pretty bad. The car is an absolute handful to drive. There's no grip. You just got to be so careful on the throttle. Ooh, big wiggle. Even with the traction control turned all the way up, it still just wants to break loose. On the exit of the corner, of course. On the entry, it just wants to go straight on. So much understeer.
The car ahead's pitting.
Doesn't seem to make a difference how early I brake for that corner. I always seem to go wide.
Alright, Dan, there's a car exiting the pit, heads up. The gap in front is now 0.8. That last lap was a 2:22.82. This is brilliant, keep it up. P4.
Oh yeah, feels like the rain's getting even worse. I'm not sure how that's physically possible. It was pretty bad already.
You're locking your right front going into turn 1.
Just your average Sepang storm, hey guys. And we're back to the 2009 Formula 1 Grand Prix. I had to cancel the race, the rain was that bad. Of course, that was the infamous time when Felipe Massa asked for his white visor. And I got a feeling as long as I stay cool in this race, should have a decent chance.
Track temps decreasing. Air temp is now 30. The track temperature is now 30 Celsius. Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel.
Obviously, one of the benefits of running in the wet conditions is that you use less fuel. So my calculations before were based on the dry conditions. I may have actually put too much into the car, never mind not enough.
You're locking your left front, braking for turn 9.
It may seem like I'm just cruising around now, guys, but honestly I'm trying as hard as I can. Trying to make the most out of every corner without binning it. It's so hard to see where the grip is. Just got to feel the car through and then judge it lap by lap, corner by corner. Maybe have to drop it down to first gear here. I can see nothing in the mirror behind me apart from spray. Super early on the brakes for that corner. I think that was the first time I've made the apex the whole race.
The gap ahead is now 10 seconds. You've just done a 221.49.
10 seconds to the car ahead.
The gap behind is now 12 seconds.
And 12 seconds to the car behind, so we've got a pretty lonely race at the minute. What position am I?
Repeat, please.
What's my position?
P4.
Now, it may seem a bit odd that I'm asking that, being as you guys can see all this information on the screen in the bottom left with the timing, and obviously the top left with the lap times, and the bottom right with the car information, and of course the top right with my lovely face right here. But I can't see any of that when I have the VR headset on. All I see is the screen underneath, so literally whatever comes from inside the game as I run wide there. Come on, Dan, concentrate. Absolutely no grip whatsoever. Yeah, the point I was making, guys, is that I can't see any timing information, any positional information, and unfortunately the BMW M8 GTE car doesn't have any positional information on the dash. It's got tyre info, tyre temperatures, and it also has a rear screen, which make it instantly 10 times more useful than the McLaren 720S GT3. I can see what my tyres are like. I can actually look behind me without having to turn my neck 90 degrees. But it doesn't have any positional information, so I have to ask the spotter. Because I can't see that you can see. Although it is pretty good being able to ask the spotter. There are so many voice commands you can ask it. Oh, way too low on the brakes. Back to my traditional wide line through the last corner. Yeah, there's so many voice commands that you can use with the spotter. Half of them I probably don't even know about.
Yellow flag. The gap in front is now 10 seconds. You've just done a 222.41. You're being caught by the LMP2 class cars. The gap behind is now 13 seconds. We're seeing right front locking into turn 1.
It's so hard to be consistent in these conditions. I feel like there's so much more time on the table.
Blue flag.
I'll give him the inside.
Alright, you are clear on the right.
Where am I faster?
Slow through turn 4.
Where am I slower?
He's quicker than us through turn 12.
So that's a nice little bit of information on the cars around us. So we're good through turn 4, but slow through turn 12. Although I've got to be honest, I'm not entirely familiar which corner is which. So next time round, I'm going to ask the spotter another neat little trick. Remember, turn 4 and turn 12. Ooh, slight lock up on the front there. I feel like on the whole, that was a better lap though.
The gap in front is now 9.2. Your lap time was 2:21.18.
Completely wide for turn 1 again then.
The gap behind is now 14 seconds.
Okay, so when we do a 2:21, we're catching the guys ahead of us. Tell me the corners.
You're breaking up, say again please.
Corner names.
Green flag sector 3.
Oh, I can't remember the command. There's a voice command that lets you ask the spotter. Boy, you ask the spotter and it tells you the corner numbers, the corner names. Tell me the corners. I've lost Mr. Spotter completely there. Not sure if there's a bug or something. Can't remember the command that gets him the corner names. I know you can assign it to a key, but it is also a voice command as well. I'll ask him another question.
Faster car behind. He's on our lap. We're not going to get a blue flag.
Must be one of the LMP3s or LMP2s that span off before. Ooh, a bit wide.
Air and track temps are falling. Air temperature's now 28. The track temperature is now 28 Celsius.
Is that a bit of clear sky ahead of us? Looks like there might be a break in the clouds. That's the closest I've been to the apex all race, guys. I feel like that was a much better lap though.
Okay Dan, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. The gap in front is now 4.6 seconds. That was 2:20.56 V4.
I'm not quite sure if it's my driving that's improving or it's the conditions.
The gap behind is now 16 seconds.
Or maybe a bit of both. But it seems like the sky's getting a bit lighter and the rain is easing off a little bit perhaps. Might dial in a little bit more traction control, turn it up to the max. We're on a roll, so we might as well make the most of it. Yeah, the sky is definitely clearing. Maybe this 50-50 works both ways, it's not going to storm for the rest of the race. But I doubt there'll be enough time for the track to dry out completely. It's going to be touch and go if it does stop raining, whether we can get onto dries for the end of the race. Oh, won't that be exciting? Whoa, nope, 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 nope.
The rain's easing off a bit, but it's still heavy. Take care.
Mr. Spotter confirming my suspicions there. we should see the lap time start to increase, or decrease a little bit, should I say. But then again, it's the same for everybody. Car behind us is a different class, but he's not coming to lap us. This is for overall position. So we don't have to move out the way, and I don't intend to. I don't want to sacrifice my exit coming onto the straight here. Although if he's got the straight line speed, he can get past me now. He doesn't have the straight line speed.
Car on your left.
But he's got the brakes into the final corner.
Come on, man, keep pushing. That's 20 minutes to go.
So 2/3 of the way through the race.
There's a car leaving the pit lane. The gap ahead is now 0.50. That lap time was 2:21.53.
Remember to brake a bit early for the first corner there. I've missed the apex the last few laps.
The gap behind is now 17 seconds.
So we're pulling out a nice little gap to the car behind. Oh, all kinds of slidey. You can hear the traction control just grinding away in the rear of the car. Oh, as we missed that apex completely, that's a new one. Absolute concentration for this, guys.
Conditions are improving.
Yeah, the rain's definitely getting lighter and the sky is clearing. I turn the wipers down a notch. Don't need them going absolutely full blast here at the moment. Less distractions. Is that the GTE car ahead of us there? Are we made up 10 seconds already? Nah, no way. That can't be. That's got to be someone who's a lap down, surely. Honestly though, this is such a cool experience, driving this in VR. I'm not sure how well it comes across on the screen to you guys on YouTube, but here in the moment, with the headset on, the wipers going, the rain splatting on the windscreen, it's just, oh, it's incredible, guys. It's such a great experience. If you are enjoying the video, of course, you could probably guess what I'm going to say next if you're a regular watcher of this channel. But yeah, don't forget to like and comment. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I always love a good chat.
The gap in front is now 1.7. We're currently setting the pace. You've just done a 2:19.61.
But yeah, don't forget to like and comment. I love a good chat with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. If you want a proper chat, head on over to Discord.
The gap behind is now 21 seconds.
I'm going to be doing plenty more videos in the future.
Air and track temps are decreasing. Air temperature is now 26. The track temp is now 26 Celsius.
GT3 races, multi-class endurance races with the GTEs, maybe the LMP2s, and obviously the old classic, the USF 2000s. So yeah, if you want to see those, and maybe even the occasional live stream that's coming up in the near future. Oh, we got a spinner ahead of us.
Yellow flag, watch out.
And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Press that notification icon as well.
Sector 2 is clear.
Oh, the track is getting to that greasy stage now where it's not quite raining enough for the tyres. As the car ahead of me just span off. I almost span off as well. Very treacherous conditions. Oh, the rain is getting a lot lighter. But it's not stopped. And that's the thing, it's not stopped.
Light rain now. Looks like it's getting better.
If the rain had stopped... Whoop, too wide. Now, if the rain had stopped completely and the sun was out drying the track, there was a small possibility we could have been on dry tyres at the end of the race, but don't think that's possible now. We're just going to have to try and hang it out. Even if it does start to dry, it's not worth coming into the pits. Just lose too much time. Way too late again. Kill the speed and bring it back for the late apex. Carry the speed onto the main straight. How's my fuel?
We estimate 45 minutes of fuel remaining. 2.5 litres per lap. Well done, Dan. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. The gap in front is now 5.6 seconds. P3. Your lap time was at 2:21.02. The gap behind is now 8.1 seconds. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Something tells me we've way overfilled the car on this one. Along with the rain. Obviously meaning we're using less fuel. 45 minutes worth of fuel and 15 minutes to go. You know what that means, guys? It means we can go to qualifying mode for the rest of the race. Here we go. Qualifying mode engaged. Let's use that fuel. See if we can burn off some of the weight and get horsepower for it as well. We got 5 seconds to the car ahead. I think that's for P2. Obviously the guy spinning ahead of us gave us P3, but that's P2. I can see him down the road. Obviously this is making me wonder how far the leader is. Who's in P1?
I can't pronounce the name, mate.
Well, I don't think it's that you can't pronounce him. I think it's just because that name's not loaded with the crew chief spotter pack. Next time we get onto a straight though, I'm not wiggling the steering wheel with both hands and I can use the torque button. I might ask him the gap to the leader. Obviously you're probably screaming at the screen right now saying it's this many seconds. It's this many seconds, but yeah, as I said earlier in the race, I can't see those overlays. Gap to P1.
39 seconds ahead.
Whew. 39 seconds isn't going to happen. But 5 seconds, that's possible. Ease the car in. I can take about, I don't know, well, take a second, the lap will definitely catch him. There's a long lap round here.
The gap ahead is now 7.1 seconds. We're setting the pace. That lap was at 2:16.43.
7.1 seconds, that's a bit more than last lap.
Behind is now 11 seconds.
How can we be setting the pace and losing time to the car ahead? Answer me that one, yo. I really need to start concentrating if we're going to catch him. I might be quiet for a few laps, guys, and get my serious face on. Not that you can see it, of course, with the headset in the way. Try a few new lines, see if there's more grip on the outside there.
We've got drizzle now and it's drying out.
Definitely a lot more grip than I thought. No, don't lock the tyre. That's not good. Just about to see a drying line start to form on the track here. It's not enough to actually use at the moment, but maybe in a couple of laps that's where all the grip's going to be. We've got 2 minutes 16 to beat. Oof. Those curbs are going to do some serious damage.
The gap in front is now 6.7. That lap time was 2:15.00.
I think the rain's stopped now.
The gap behind is now 16 seconds.
Did make a bit of time on that lap. Definitely a drying line start to form.
10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
Maybe 5 laps.
Okay, Dan. It stopped raining.
Don't need the wipers anymore. Get rid of those. Drop it down to 3rd. Catch the apex and away we go. Oh yeah, the speed is dropping dramatically. Lap times are going to start plummeting. Maybe the Brave will come onto dry tyres? Who knows? 10 minutes though, it's going to be a risk going onto the dries, that's for sure. Because by the time you come into the pits, you won't have enough laps to make up the time. And you could probably just hang on. Because wet tyres on a dry track's not too bad. I mean, they will overheat a little bit, so I'll have to keep an eye on the temperatures on the head-up display here. But to be honest, the other way around, dry tyres on a wet track, that's not good. That's a recipe for disaster. So you can get away with it this way around on a drying track, but if it starts to rain, as you saw earlier in the race, you just really need to make that choice as soon as possible and not get caught out. Oh, that can't be the car ahead of us, surely not. If that's P2, I must have had a mistake.
The gap in front is now 2.4. You've just done a 2:12.88. Past the car behind.
So 2:12.8. It's definitely our fastest lap
Behind is now
most recently.
Seconds.
There's nowhere near our fastest lap of the race of a 2:02.1. See the LMP3 car behind us, putting the pressure on.
Car on your right side. Your right side's clear.
It's an LMP2 car. Kicking up the spray. Oh, I don't want to go offline, because if we do, we're back on the wet stuff and we lose all the grip. We're not getting the blue flag, so we're not obliged to move out of the way. So I'm going to make him go the long way around, but we did lose a bit of time to the car ahead then. You can get me on the straight with his horsepower. Go on, mate, go left.
Car on your left side. You are clear on the left.
Back in the spray again. No point putting the wipers on. The screen will dry out in no time. Whoa! Keep the clutch in.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
On up, stalled.
Limits. Come on, keep it between the white lines. Green flag sector 3.
Oh, I should have disabled the traction control then.
Faster car approaching. He's racing us for position. Don't expect a blue. We're seeing front locking going into turn 11.
Oh, it's a silly mistake, guys. Got a little bit bogged down in the gravel and kept on stalling the car because the traction control anti-stall was kicking in. Oh, we're so close to getting P2 as well.
Car on your left side. Left side's clear. Right side. He's still there. Clear right.
Sorry, mate.
That's barely a scratch, just ignore it. Okay, Dan, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. The gap ahead is now 0.8. Your lap time was a 2:26.70.
I think the little spin
is now 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think that little spin has damaged the tyres. There's definitely vibration in the wheel now. I was getting a bit cheeky with the LMP3 on the exit at the final corner then. I thought I had the speed to get him on the straight, but we just understeered clean into him. It's definitely my bad. There's definitely a drying line on the track now though. Gonna use this to our advantage and just stay in the groove as much as possible. It's highly unlikely, but we may be able to catch up with the car
5
ahead.
minutes to go. You're looking good for a podium.
So we're in P3. Gap to P2.
10 seconds ahead.
We're going to need to catch up some serious time on the car ahead. Not make the same mistakes we did the last lap and loop it round at the rear. Got some serious confidence in this car now, in this drying line. All about keeping the car in this lighter patch of tarmac. That's where you'll find all the grip. So hopefully there's no traffic coming up behind us that's going to put us offline. I think I can see someone right at the end of the straight. That might be the GTE P2 car. I think it might be, you know, we might just catch him if we can put some stonking laps in.
The gap in front is now 1.4. Your lap time was 2:11.23. Sector 2 is 4.1 seconds off the pace.
Seems everyone else is struggling at the moment. I don't know if...
There's a faster car approaching. The gap behind is now 14 seconds.
I don't know if everyone else has got a problem adapting to these mixed conditions. But I am doing a bit of a Jensen Button. Oh, the car is dancing on the edge of grip.
P3.
Okay, so we're solid for the podium, guys. If you just hold on, we might even be able to get P2 back, even despite our spin. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, don't want to lose the groove.
Oh, on your right. He's still with you. Right side's clear.
Don't want to lose too much time to the LMP2 there.
Right side. Clear right.
Oh, it's always good when they can get you on the straights. Don't lose too much grip in the corners. The last thing we want to do at the moment is go offline.
There's a faster class car approaching. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Ooh, I thought he was coming back on track into the side of us then.
Turn 11. Sector 3 is clear.
Left side. You're clear on the left.
Oh no. Dive bomb from the AI then. Just had to move out of the way. That's going to kill any chances of trying to catch the car ahead of us, that's for sure.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Okay, so maybe this lap and one more. Or maybe a couple of laps. It really depends when the leader of the race crosses the line when time runs out.
There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you.
Oh no, this is the last thing we need right now is the LMP2's coming up behind us to lap us. It's killed all of our advantage. We were doing a 2:11 last time. What lap was that? Oh, 2:13.
Alright Dan, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. You've just done a 2:13.25.
I reckon we can get down into the 2-minute 10s. Got all or nothing last lap now, guys. I think the gap might be a little bit too big though, unfortunately.
Green flag sector 3.
Gap to P2.
8.3 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't gonna happen, guys. unless he makes a mistake. Whoop, bit slidey on the rear. All kinds of offline there.
Car left.
Car behind's a faster class.
Clear on the left. Right side. Clear on the right. Car on your right. Clear right.
Come on. Got LMP2s
Warned about track limits.
all over the place. No blue flags. Just going for the dive. So that is for, well, it must be an LMP3 actually, going by the purple car position lights on the side of the car ahead of us. Oh, that's ruined our chances for the race.
Yellow flag.
Although that is karma.
Sector 3 is clear. Looks like P6 has gone off in turn 11.
So this must mean it's for position. So although we're going to come in third position in the GTE class, we might be doing okay in the overall position.
Yellow flag, sector 3.
Not that it means anything, but oh, it would be nice to get one over some of the LMP2, LMP3 cars.
Turn 11.
Anyway guys, coming through the final corner.
There's a faster car behind. He's racing us for position.
Making the apex.
Blue flag.
One last time. Well, we're going to cross the line.
Last lap. Bring it on home.
Oh wait, hang on. One more lap.
13.40.
I thought the one before was the last lap. That's what the spotter said. Must have just snuck over the line. So I'm not going to give up hope just yet. Gap to P2.
12 seconds ahead.
Okay, when I say I'm not going to give up hope, 12 seconds
3 is clear.
is a bit much to ask, I think. In between third and fourth there. Again, no more blue flags.
On your left.
Come on, take the inside. Come on, mate.
Hold your line. Clear left.
You've already knocked me off the track once. You can have the position. Not worth the fight. He gets all kinds of sideways again. Whoa, a few more laps. I reckon... I don't know. If we'd have gone on to dry tyres, I don't think our pace would have been much better. Nope, nope, nope. I know we wouldn't be anywhere near the 202s that we were doing earlier in the race. I mean, 210s, probably the most realistic lap time we could get on the wet tyres. Maybe 205, but then the pit stop would have cost, what, 30 seconds? So we needed a solid, like, 6 to 8 laps just to catch back up to where we were as we go all kinds of wide again.
Left side.
Oh, is that for position? Oh no! Come on!
Well done, Dan. Great drive. That's a podium.
And still there. Clear left.
Where did he come from? I thought we had a gap of like 16 seconds to the car behind then. Oh, we must have done terrible with the lap traffic then. He caught all the way back up. I thought that was one of the LMP3s or LMP2s, and then at the last minute, I just saw the shape of the car and thought, that's not an LMP car, that's a GTE, that's for position. It'll be interesting to see what the gap at the end of the race was. I assure you, that was not staged. I did not stage that, I had no idea he was there, and all of a sudden, car left. Oh well guys, what a race, eh? What a race. This track is just absolutely fantastic for these cars, for multi-class racing, nice and wide. Lots of good overtaking opportunities and a good strategic element to the race today with the rain. That was thoroughly enjoyable. Ah, okay guys, well there we go. let's have a look at the standings. Now I just want to point out, you can see here, the gap at the end of the race before we go any further was 2/100ths of a second. You see that there? 0.564, 0.584. I don't want to make it any closer than that if I don't have to. Anyway, let's have a look at the standings. There we go. So we finished P3 in class, miles behind the leader at the end of the race, of course. And P2 could have been good, but if it just wasn't for the traffic at the end. Ah well, podium's good, especially after the last few results I've had. I'm very happy with the podium. Alrighty, what a race, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed that race. Great aspect of strategy with the wet and the dry and the wet and the dry, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. If you did too, you know the drill. Don't forget to like and comment, and yeah, if you want to see more in the future, you know where that subscribe button is. Don't forget, I can't even speak. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Press the notification as well, the little bell to get alerts when I put new videos up and when I go live. And yeah, just thank you for your support. It means so much to me. I know I say this every video, but you guys, awesome. Just yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. See you next time, guys.